Muffins. It's me, Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea All Shade Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 8, Episode 7 review. So let's get straight into it. So this episode begins exactly where it left off last week with them on the boat and Kenya snapping at Glenn to get his attention or whatever, him getting smart and checking her. And when he checked her, that did nothing but turn Kenya the fuck on. Kenya likes a crazy nigga that will put her ass in check because you know that bitch is low-key crazy herself. So I mean her vagina got wet. I mean she went the fuck right there and there. So they all began to play Never Have I Ever. And She Man says, I've never been pissed on. And so Portia and I believe, and I might be wrong, Sheree took a drink. And I was like, oh, word, like you hoes over there getting pissed off. You two motherfuckers to do anything for a motherfucking dollar, bitch. How about get a goddamn me job and stop letting niggas piss on you in order to get you a motherfucking spandex dress? It ain't that motherfucking serious, bitch. So Mr. Espanol, Portia's little date for the night, want to know where he's sleeping when they get back to the mansion, because he plan on getting him some of that good old chocolate pussy tonight. And Portia is feeling herself. She just happy that Mr. Espanol is feeling her honey. And so Candy come downstairs or whatever when everybody comes back to the house, and she is surprised that they done brought all these niggas back to the crib because they ain't never did that before on none of these trips and all the seasons that she's been on the show. So Candy looking at Portia like, you all over Mr. Espanol, bitch. But then a couple of weeks ago, you just have a whole appreciation award ceremony party for a Duke get little gas. And so she's confused. And I'm confused. And everybody else in America is confused about Portia and her new thoughtorific antics and shit. But I told y'all the first season Portia started on the show that this was always who Portia was. I saw right past all that old Christian separate housewife ass show that she was putting on, because I put y'all up on game that she got into the business by doing motherfucking videos. She was a video hoe popping her pussy. She just met a nigga and transformed into what that nigga wanted her to fucking be. And then when they got the fucking divorce, she went back to being who the fuck she really was. But anywho, so they all outside at the pool, and Glenn come over to Candy. He say, all the dot mention congratulations on the baby. And Candy say, oh, thank you. And she said it in a almost like a stank way, but that's the way that Candy talks. So if you don't know Candy like that, you would think that she's being funny, but she really wasn't being funny. That's just how her old goat voice sounding ass sound. So Glenn say, damn, you ain't have to say it with no attitude. And Candy was like, did I say it with attitude? Like, I don't know. Did I say it with attitude? You know how she talk. And he's like, you know what, just don't disrespect me. Shit, I don't want nothing with you. You know I don't care. And Candy's sitting there like, what the fuck did I do? Like, what the fuck is going on, Jesus? All I said was, oh, thank you. Like, nigga, what? So she's nervous. She's, like, what in the fuck is going on? I ain't here for all this bullshit. Like, nigga, Jesus, take the wheel. So Portia started twerking in front of everybody. Her whole ass crack is out for the world to see. And I'm like, this bitch has no shame. She putting her cellulite on full blast. I'm like, you coming across as a whole girl. Put your motherfucking ass up. What grown ass 30-something-year-old woman get in front of a whole bunch of niggas and bend over and start twerking and showing her ass? Portia. But anywho, so Kim and Candy was not here for her twerk fest, and Kim was like, girl, put it up. I am tired of seeing your moon-shaped ass. Goddamn, it's like a full fucking moon every motherfucking 5 minutes. So where else? Then we switch over to the jacuzzi, and they all sitting around, and Kenya says about Tammy, she said, oh, here come Auntie. Oh, Auntie coming over here to start trouble. And she was saying in a jokingly way, she wasn't even being funny or nothing like that. And Glenn says, don't even talk bad about my auntie ever. And so Kenya like, hold up, homeboy, like chill out. It was just a joke. I wasn't even being, funny, nothing like that. Calm down. And he like, he say, don't come nowhere near over her. Mind you, he drunk, his words is slurring, and he just out of his motherfucking mind. And so she looking like, damn, nigga, like this is the second time you tried to check me. The first time, yeah, it was probably, warranted, but the second time you doing too much, bro. So it was apparent to everybody that Glenn was high, drunk, coked out. Him and his auntie was on one, baby. And I'm looking at him like, oh, okay, I see why your ass only had a year contract with the motherfucking Washington Wizards, because your ass is fucking nuts and crazy, and that's why they fucking terminated your motherfucking contract, nigga, and that's why you can't get another contract, because they already see the crazy in your motherfucking ass, nigga, and you probably was over there failing fucking drug tests and shit. So, anywho, where was I at? Kenya then gets up from the hot tub and goes over to where Kim and Candy is at, and she like, you know what, he's kind of weirding me out, he's acting really weird, he's making me uncomfortable, and Candy co-signs it, and she tells her how he came to her, and so Candy was like, I mean, security, she said in a jokingly way, but like, we might have to call security on this nigga, and then that's what prompted Kenya to say, you know what, it's time for him to go because he's making me uncomfortable, you're pregnant, he just needs to go because he rubbing too many people the wrong way. So at this point, Tammy come out and Tammy is on 10, goddamn. Tammy is leaning. She is gangster leaning like a motherfucker in her robe. She can barely stand up straight. And Kim can smell the liquor on her before she even get over there. And Kim is not here for Tammy and her drunk ass pussy. And so Kenya tells Tammy about her nephew and how he's making everybody uncomfortable. She's like, I just think that he maybe should leave. And so Tammy says, not a problem, bitch. Because Tammy don't give a fuck. If she has had enough coke for the night, he can leave. So then we switch over to Glenn at the motherfucking pool. Oh no, this was before this part. Glenn was over at the pool talking to Sheree at this point after Kenya left. And he says to Sheree, you have a bit of an attitude problem too. And so she was like, you know what? They having a whole little conversation. She ain't even really tripping off what he's saying, but he telling her she got an attitude problem too. She was being nice to his ass. So then we switch back to Glenn and his partner, whatever, in the fucking hot tub, and they having a one-on-one conversation. And Glenn say, none of these hoes can tell me any fucking thing. If it goes down, it goes down. If it's like that, you know how I get down. Now, at this point, ain't nobody around this nigga provoking him, as Kim, Sheree, and Phaedra like to call it, him being provoked. This nigga was over there at this motherfucking hot tub talking about how none of you hoes can check him and how any of you motherfuckers can get it. He don't give a fuck because y'all know how he get down. If you don't know, now you know. So then, Kim, Candy, and Cynthia sense his trouble, and they like, time to go. Let me get my shit and let me go on ahead and go to bed because I can see some shit is about to go down. A storm is a brewing. But getting still, Kenya provoked this nigga, but you motherfuckers was getting ready to go to the room anyway, Miss Kim Fields, because you saw bullshit coming, but yet and still you blame Kenya for this shit when you saw how he even sat there and disrespected Candy, who's not almost damn near 6-7 months pregnant and didn't even do shit to this nigga. He talking crazy to a motherfucking pregnant woman. But I'll get back to you, Big Bird, in a minute. So anywho, then Tammy goes over to Glenn and she's like, you know what, it's time for you to go. So then the camera switched them being back inside the mansion. They by the front door. And so Glenn turned around to Kenya and say, what's this for? Meaning, why you saying you think I should leave or whatever? And Kenya says, I've been trying to talk to you all day and you've made me feel uncomfortable. You've been kind of weird or whatever. And then Phaedra, old big lip ass, gonna say, you ain't been making me uncomfortable. We know he ain't been making your ass uncomfortable because you used to being around criminals, bitch. You married one. And that's why that nigga's in jail again now with your stupid ass. You like that thug life. You like that criminal life. You like a nigga going upside your head, bitch, with you and your scheming ass. That's why your ass, I'm gonna get to you in a minute. I'm gonna read you in a minute because I gotta read for you tonight, Miss Phaedra. So then Tammy tries to grab Glenn by the arm. He says, don't touch me for real. He don't give no fucks. And then he's turned to Key and say, on everything, little bitch. It's funny, but it's not funny. He said, on everything, little bitch. I don't play none of that. And so Kenya, he started walking towards Kenya like he was ready to put his hands on her. Kenya calls for security. Security rushes up. Tammy tries to hold Glenn back. Glenn then pushes Tammy all the way motherfucking ass over to Africa, and she got her hair rebraided and came back again, goddammit. He knocked her ass clean the fuck out. She was on the floor like this, dead to the motherfucking bed, bitch. Open her eyes like, anybody gonna help? Like, the Tammy ass was fucking laid the fuck out. Security rushes in and grabs this nigga up. This nigga had a full-on Drake, Chris Brown in the car with Rihanna ass moment. And so the security get this nigga out. Tammy still laid out on the ground like this. She immediately, eventually comes to, and they escort her ass on to the motherfucking hospital. Then Candy, Cynthia, and Kenya are outside talking, and Cynthia blaming herself. She like, I'm sorry I brought her around because it's my fault. And Kenya like, girl, chill out. It's not your fault. You can't blame yourself for how them fools wanted to act. And so they have a miscommunication because they drunk and they start arguing. And Candy sitting there like, you hoes is crazy. And so then Tammy, let me go back to Tammy when she was laid dead to the bed on the ground. She was like this. She wake up and the first thing she says, where's Glenn? I was like, what the fuck? Bitch, you gonna get some more blow. Don't worry about it, bitch. So then, Portia, Phaedra, and Sheree all blame Kenya for Glenn acting up. And I'm like, where they do that at? How is this Kenya fault? Because this nigga decided to act a motherfucking fool and fucking damn near kill all you motherfuckers. If security wasn't there, all you motherfuckers would have been on the ground looking like Tammy, goddammit. So, and I'm like, Sheree, you was sitting right there when he was sitting up here going off and saying a whole bunch of shit underneath his breath. Like, what the fuck? How the fuck are y'all blaming Kenya for this shit? I do not fucking understand. Kenya saved y'all hoes, if you want to ask me, but we'll get to that later. So Candy tells, so they all confront Kenya like, well, what did he do to make you want to have him get escorted out? And Candy like, well, look, he was rude to me. He came at me crazy, and I'm pregnant, and I didn't feel comfortable either. So then the girl's like, oh, okay. Well, maybe then y'all did have a reason to make him. Maybe you did have a reason to make him leave. Fuck all you stupid ass bitches. Ooh, anyway, I'll get to y'all in a minute. So Kenya and Kim have words, and I was supposed to go back and listen to their argument, but I didn't even get a chance to go back. So, excuse me. Candy reveals that Tammy and Glenn and the little cousin end up coming back during the middle of the night where everybody was asleep or whatever. Half of them was woke, half of them was asleep. And so they all filming Tammy as she's standing at the door trying to get in, and they talking about how she had to jump the gate in order to get in and shit. Tammy looking crazy and shit, looking like, are you hoes really filming me and making fun of me? Like, are you fucking kidding me? She man up here running around naked trying to show that pussy, trying to get somebody husband or trying to get one of these bitches to lick on her during the middle of the night. Like, bitch, put on some fucking clothes, hoe. So then the next day, Phaedra goes outside to talk to Sheree about what happened the night before, and she says that Kia did too much and took things too far by snapping her fingers at Glenn. I'm like, bitch, she snapped her finger at him once. She was rude to him once. After that, it was a dead situation, and everything was on this nigga after that. Quit trying to find a reason to always blame something on this girl because your husband wanted to fuck her. Get your whole entire life, Phaedra, you big gummy bitch. Oh, I cannot stand her. So then she compares Kia to white women who become uncomfortable around little black boys and label them as being angry. Bitch, have you lost your whole entire stupid ass mind? Are you fucking insane to even try to compare the two? Then this bitch goes even further and reaches even further across the motherfucking table and says that I went to St. Louis when Mike Brown died and I sat there next to his mother and I just know how it feels. And it's wrong that Kenya treats this young man how Mike Brown was treated. And I'm like, first of all, girl, you cannot sit up here and compare what happened to Mike Brown to this motherfucking light-skinned ass psycho that was in here trying to kill all of y'all. Kenya did y'all motherfucking stupid ass hoes a favor, because if she didn't ask this nigga to leave and he did stay and continue to drink, all y'all would have had knots upside your head. Are you fucking insane to sit up here and compare somebody who has cussed everybody out in this house and then push the fuck out of his own blood and knocked her ass out on the goddamn ground? What you think this nigga was gonna do to you if he didn't give a fuck about his so-called auntie that he knocked out cold like he was fucking Mike Tyson fighting Evander Holyfield? What the fuck you think he was gonna do to you? But this is Kenya's fault? Phaedra, after this episode, you are officially forever on my shit list, forever in your stupid ass brain, having the audacity to compare Mike Brown to this stupid ass, ignorant ass, drunk ass nigga. Bitch, you are forever on my motherfucking shit list. You can suck my whole entire dick, gag on it, bitch, choke yourself and die. You are the stupidest bitch I've ever seen in my fucking life, bitch. And everything wrong that comes into you, you fucking deserve it. Any fucking who Fuck that bitch. I probably won't even talk about her ass ever again on this motherfucking show because I can't stand her. That's why her lips like it's peanut butter stuck behind her fucking top lip at all motherfucking times. Bitch look like she smell like fucking Crisco, old ass lard, old ass fish grease. She just greasy, stupid, nasty. I just cannot stand you, you stupid cunt bitch. Anywho, so next day they all check on Tammy and act like they give two fucks and invite her over for dinner. And then Kim go home back to her family or whatever and blame everything on Kenya. And I'm like, bitch, fuck you with your big hair, girl, fuck you. So then Mr. Espanol take Portia out on the date, and all he could do was tell her he want to see her squat. Then he try to kiss her. He coming at her like the hoe she is. Okay, so then Kim meets up with Kenya at lunch and basically says, and Kenya, says, I see it's a struggle between you being at home and being around us. And Kim like, what do you mean? And she's like, I see it's a struggle with with your kids and with your husband. And she said, let's not cross the two. I'm not going to be in a situation where I feel uncomfortable. And I'm like, bitch, bye. That was your excuse to leave because you didn't want to be there in the first place, your old weird ass. You and Tammy and Glenn all need to be in a room together, you two weird motherfuckers. So then she says, she feels like it didn't have to happen that way and that Kenya manufactured some drama. Okay, Kim, bitch, take your ass back on the fucking facts of life because it's obvious you ain't learned shit about life. That's why your stupid ass is awkward, socially awkward, don't know how to be around other people that's your fucking age but little ass kids and you and your weird gay ass looking husband with his pointy ass head. Get the fuck out of here. I don't like her stupid ass on this fucking show. She's a fucking idiot. Andy fired her ass after this fucking season because she's stupid. Her and Sheree got their dumb asses on Twitter tonight, still co-signing that Glenn was provoked and Black Lives Matter and blue black boys shouldn't be labeled as such and this and that. All y'all sound about stupid, especially after seeing this fucking episode and seeing what this nigga was saying about y'all. He called all y'all some hoes, all y'all some bitches, and was about to two-piece all y'all in the motherfucking dome, but yet and still Kenya was the fucking problem and Black Lives Matter and he was provoked. How you two grown-ass women gonna sit up here and blame a man for acting a fool? That's what's wrong with society now. Anytime a nigga act up, they all want to blame the woman. No, blame this nigga and hold him accountable because didn't nobody tell him to push Tammy ass all the way over to Kuwait. He did that. Didn't nobody put a gun to his head and tell him to call y'all hoes and sit up there and say, if it goes down, it goes down. You know how I get down. Did nobody provoke him to do that? Did nobody provoke him to go off on Candy? Did nobody provoke him? He did that on his own. Hold that nigga accountable. That's why his ass ain't in the NBA now. All you hoes are fucking stupid. Kim, Sheree, and Phaedra can all kiss my black ass. Phaedra old body the builder, buff. Oh, I cannot. They fucking pissed me off tonight. Bitch, go continue to fucking lip weight, you Hulk Hogan looking motherfucker. Girl, I cannot stand them. Kim, that big blind ass her. Bitch, suck my dick. You stupid too. Phaedra, you already know how I feel about your greasy ass. Fuck you too. Girl, bye. They got me fucking pissed off and mad. Whatever, I'm done with this fucking episode. My hoes are stupid. Leave your thoughts and your reviews down in the comment section. Please don't come for me about how the fuck I feel about these hoes, because I don't give two fucks. You will get blocked. Suck my dick too if you feel some type of damn way. I don't give a fuck. Girl, let me get off here if I lose viewers. I don't give a fuck. Bye.